And then also I started just having conversations with other women on my social media with no intention. And then suddenly they were like, oh my God, yes, I've been meaning to reach out to you. I want help with business. And somehow in the first 3 weeks, without even doing anything crazy, no crazy posts, no crazy outreach, no like crazy email marketing, I have already attracted 8 women into the current round. Welcome to Empower and Evolve, the vortex of growth that you have been looking for. I am your host, Kat Tunnyberg. I'm a mindset coach for female leaders, and I am committed to helping you cultivate the mindset shifts that generate you wild success. Each episode, we explore ways to tap into your true potential. We face the shadows that hold you back, and we embrace the journey toward your most abundant life. If you love what you learn here today, then I invite you to share this episode with someone that needs to hear it. Right, it's time to plunge in. Hello, my love, and welcome back to another episode of the Empower and Evolve podcast. Episode number 2 of the series called Soulful Business. Last week, we spoke about the importance of sisterhood when it comes to building a soulful business. And today I'm going to talk to you about the most important thing to create success in your business. Oh my God, this is like literally been coming up so much in my client work, in my mastermind, even in conversations with my friends. And I feel like I always talk about this. But I could talk about it until I'm black and blue, that because there is still people out there who do not have this knowledge and who do not know that the most important piece in your business is your energetics. Your energetics and your mindset is the most important thing in your business. So let me tell you a couple of stories about conversations I have recently had to just help you understand and make sense of the importance of this topic. I am currently in the launch of my signature mastermind, the Liberated Woman Mastermind. I love this mastermind so much. Oh, I can't even, it's just my baby. It's my baby. It's where I bring all of my knowledge together. It's where I really help female entrepreneurs to create success their way, to bring together both the mindset, the energetics, and the strategy. And it's just amazing. And the women who I've already attracted into this round of the mastermind are incredible. I've chosen to change the mastermind to quarterly, so that anytime you sign up for 3 months at a time. There's many reasons to this. Maybe I'll share this on another podcast episode at some point. But I've decided as well just to do something a little bit different this time. And I've actually chosen to do a really extended launch. My launch for this mastermind round is about 6 weeks long. And the reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes I notice if I do even a 4-week launch, that by the end of the launch, I feel exhausted. Like I've poured so much energy into it, and then I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything for a while. So then I've been getting curious, being like, okay, how can I preserve my energy? How can I make sure that by the end of the launch, I don't feel exhausted? And I was speaking to my own mentor about this, and she suggested that I extended the launch and really kind of focused on this easeful launch where I really focus on my nervous system. I focus on my own energy. I do my daily practices to tune into my higher power, my higher self, really act from intuition, from those downloads. And one of these downloads came to me on one of my walks. And I was actually talking to the girls in my mastermind about this, that I act a lot on my intuition in my business. I receive the most incredible downloads out on my walks when I don't bring any music with me, no headphones, no phone. I literally I'm present with my dog whilst we go on a walk. So I kind of almost create this you can call it void in a way. And the feminine actually creates in the void. In order for creation to happen, there needs to be this space of emptiness. So I receive my most incredible downloads on these walks when I just tune into the emptiness. I don't have an intention to receive a download when I walk. I just at least 2 or 3 times a week do these kind of walks. And it's always on these walks, not on every single one, but it's always on one of them that I get the most incredible downloads about how to move forward in my business. So then I had this realization that I was like, oh, for the first 3 weeks of the launch, I actually want to offer the chance to join the mastermind for early. Like the current group of the women who have committed until the end of March, I want to give people who sign up early the early bird bonus of getting a month for free. Now, I act out of integrity always. So I know that the women who signed up for my mastermind knew that it would be a closed container for the time that they're in. So I messaged them and I asked them, would it be okay if I opened this up to other women as well? And they can join us early. And I got permission from everyone. So I started to, in my pre-phase, in my pre-hype phase of a launch, and maybe this is something I should do a podcast episode, and it's definitely something I teach inside my mastermind, the different phases of a launch. But during my hype phase, I actually started to invite certain women into the mastermind that I'd been having conversations with that I felt would really benefit from being in the mastermind. And then also I started just having conversations with other women on my social media with no intention. And then suddenly they were like, oh my God, yes, I've been wanting to reach out to you. I want help with business. And somehow in the first 3 weeks, without even doing anything crazy, no crazy posts, no crazy outreach, no like crazy email marketing, I have already attracted 8 women into the current round as I'm recording this. By the time this gets posted, it'll be probably way more than that. And it's been the most easeful way of calling in absolute dream clients to join this mastermind. It has been so easeful. It's been so beautiful. Oh, I'm just so grateful for it. And just for a little bit of like backstory, this is the most amount of women I've already had in the mastermind compared to any of the rounds I've done before. My very first round, which I launched in September 2023, had 7 women in it, which was up until this point the most I've ever had in it. But now there's 8 and I'm so excited, and it's been so easeful. It's been so fun. It's been so incredible. And bringing in the new energy into the group has actually re-sparked the women in the current round, which most of them are staying. 5 out of 6 have already decided to stay. They're like, oh my God, I need more of this in my life. But adding the few new women into the group has been really magical because it has elevated the group itself. And the group chat now is going off. It's super engaging. It's super fun. The women are helping each other. It's an incredible sisterhood. But the reason why I'm sharing all of this with you is I had a conversation with my friend and I shared with her how, I'm celebrating having 8 women in the launch already and how much fun I've had with the launch and how easeful it has been for me. And she asked me, what do you think is different? And I said, it's my energy. It is my commitment to my own energy, to my nervous system, to connecting to my vision, to take a moment each morning to play some powerful music and really visualize these emails of new students rolling in, like seeing all these women come in and feeling the feelings of excitement of them calling in. It hasn't been about fancy strategies, email marketing, always posting about it, la 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 la. It has all been about energy. And it's been absolutely beautiful. And when I reflect back on any launches I've had during my business, any time that I've really focused in on my own energetics, I've had the most easeful launches and I've called in the most dream clients. So energy is freaking everything. Everything. And the other two stories that I wanted to share with you in regards to really proving this point was I had a call with my mastermind a couple nights ago. And one of the girls who has been in it for a while, and she's just going through a lot. Life is challenging, life be life in. And her nervous system has been dysregulated through all of it, and that is rippling into her business. Anyway, she was, sharing some things and asking me some questions around how to create momentum in her business again, because she has done, the links in her stories. She's had application links, and she's had people, she's listed the price, she's not listed the price. She's had people reach out for her for discovery calls and not discovery calls. She's literally tried every single freaking strategy in the world, and no sales have come through. And she was telling me about this, and she was really at her wit's end and feeling very frustrated and very upset and very defeated. And I asked her, if you knew, what was the one consistent between all of these different strategies? And then some of the other girls in the group already responded in the chat. Her energy. Your energy speaks louder than words. And even if your potential clients aren't as aware and tuned into energy, they can feel it. They might not be aware of it. They can't kind of put their finger on like why, they're interested in what it is that you offer, and they even need help with it. But they just don't feel like this is it. That's because your energy is off. And I spoke to her about it, and we had this beautiful realization that at this point in her business, it's not about strategy and posting regularly and doing anything. It's actually all about her coming back to herself, starting to bring fun into her life, starting to engage with her life outside of her business, and really focus on regulating her own nervous system and get out of this state of functional freeze that she has been in for so long. And that actually felt really good for her. Like the moment we spoke about it, she was like, yeah, I know that this is actually what it needs to be. So it's not about the strategy. It's about your energy. Your energy speaks louder than words. And the third piece I was going to speak into here is I have seen so many business owners over the years, both in like my clients that I've worked with in my mastermind and my one-on-one, as well as being part of other masterminds, as well as, being friends with other business owners. There is so many out there who have the perfect strategy. Like they have a content calendar, they have all their brand pillars figured out, they know their ideal client, they know everything they're talking to, they've got email marketing, they've got like everything you could possibly, like funnels, it's all perfect. It's all set up to perfection. But they're either making no money or very minimal money. And then there's those who their strategy is a freaking mess. They post randomly when they feel like it. They have no real like email marketing. They might send an email here and there. They have no funnel really. Their product suite is kind of a mess, but it kind of also works. And yet they are making so much money. What's the difference? Energy. And the reason why this is the difference is because 95% of our actions, habits, and beliefs stem from our unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind runs your life. It runs your business. It's the reason why you're either seeing results or not seeing results. So there's something under the surface that is holding you back. Whether that is a nervous system that is in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, or whether that is some deep-rooted beliefs around not being worthy of success, not being good enough, the imposter syndrome, the fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of visibility, the fear of rejection, like all these underlying issues. This is what is running the story. And in order to actually get clarity on what it is that is holding you back, you can ask yourself 2 simple questions. The first one, what am I afraid will happen when I reach the success? And I want you to journal on it, because the first answer is probably not going to be it. But when you let your pen flow, it's actually journaling, like physical pen to paper is one of the ways that you can tap into your unconscious. But I want you to just start journaling about it. What are you afraid will happen when you actually become successful? And then the second question is, what are you afraid do you need to give up? Or who do you need to leave if you were to be successful? And again, journal on it. And that's where the answer lies. And this is why in the Liberated Woman Mastermind, my first few modules are all about energetics, mindset, nervous system. It's teaching you how to rewrite these limiting beliefs so that you can start to create the success that you crave. Because energy is everything. It's the number one thing that stands between you and the success that you crave. I'll catch you next week. Link to the Liberated Woman Mastermind is below. You still have a few more weeks, because I believe this will drop sometime the 10th. And we close the doors on the 24th, so you have 2 more weeks to join. I love you. And let me help you get your energy on track so that you can create the success that you want. Because I want you to live the life of your dreams so that you can show others what is possible. I don't believe that you need to suffer. And I don't believe that you need to live in poverty. I believe that you can create the success that you dream of, and you can make money and still be spiritual. It's okay to want money. It's okay to want more for yourself. And I need you to get there so that you can show others what is possible. Become the lighthouse. I love you. Thank you for joining me on the Empower and Evolve podcast. I hope that today's episode has sparked a new insight, or perhaps reminded you of your own power to manifest change. If you found value in our time together, I invite you to subscribe and share this podcast with someone who might need a little reminder of their own magical power. It would mean the world to me if you could take just 2 minutes to review the podcast and help it reach more people. And remember, the journey of transformation is ongoing. And sometimes the most powerful step that we can take is to simply pause, breathe, and realign with our deepest intention. Until next time.